Alright guys, welcome back to another stream. Tonight we're taking the Air Canada 737 MAX 8 down to St. John's from Montreal. I don't believe it's the real world call sign, but we're going to be operating under Air Canada 67 today. Cruise altitude of 37,000 feet, cost index of 5, give us a great circle distance of 929 nautical miles. Should have a little bit of a headwind, sorry, a tailwind down to St. John's tonight. Looking at 157 passengers on board, airtime of 2 hours and 3 minutes, block time 2 hours 31. Just installed the new iFly update, so let's jump on in and figure out the new iPad. Alright, into the cockpit we go. Already got the ground power switch on. Let's turn on a bit of lights here. So cruise altitude I said is going to be 37,000 feet. It's already set, which is great. Load in our IRSs. Bring those to nav. We are at C. See if I can turn the brightness up on this thing. There we go. Alright, we're at CYUL. That's Montreal. Take our last position. Throw it on in there. Route today. Montreal is St. John's. We will request that. Awesome. Go ahead, load that up. And activate, execute. Go to pref in it. Let's see what we got here. We come to our, which should be under Navigraph. Go import SimBrief flight plan, which is already there. Send it to the FMC, send all data to the FMC. I believe that should give us our weight. As exterior fuel has been loaded, 8.4 on the block. Sorry, 18.4. I believe our IRSs are just waiting to come online now. And I'm going to start typing some of this in. So we should have about, let's say, 2.0 on the reserves. And we should burn about 10 point, I'm going to say 2. Cruise wind 248 at 55. Go ahead and insert that. ISA deviation is looking like a +7. And we'll insert that. N1 limits, let's go ahead and enter our data. Let's go to performance calculation. Montreal departure off of 24 left. Runway condition, looks like it's going to be dry today. Plan for flaps 1 departure. Takeoff RTG. Air condition is going to be off, anti-ice off. And we have a takeoff weight of, type this in, it's going to be 153 506. That is our estimated takeoff weight. Load in our real weather and we can calculate that. Awesome, so we got a flaps 1 departure, trim 5.45. So we have a selected temp of 53 degrees. Insert. Should have 85.6. Exactly, awesome. Come to takeoff, say flaps 1. Enter our center of gravity. And our speed should be 145, 146, 158. 145, 146, 150. Yeah, that's close enough. Go ahead and insert that. Departure out of Montreal, 24 left. And it's going to be direct. Execute. And we can push those speeds back in there. So let's go to our departure arrival page. The St. John's looks like they're using 34, so we'll plan for 34 for now. I'll take the Arnhem Zulu runway 34. That will be on the Tigger 5 transition. It says 4 here, but the latest is 5. That's fine. Insert that. Execute. And takeoff. Our speeds are still set. Awesome. And at ref, all looks good. Alright, let's get the latest altimeter here. I believe I can do it now from the iPads. See, Navigraph. Where would that be to? Want to be under settings. I think it would be under Navigraph, possibly. See what layers we can turn on and off. We did satellite. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's come back down. And I believe actually if we wanted to, we can also place this here. So that makes it way cooler. Alright, let's see what we got here. Ground power is still connected. Let's go ahead, up overhead, and start up our APU. Here, that's starting up. Now, I wonder does our altimeter automatically sync? It looks like it doesn't. Or if there's a setting we can change that, just so we don't have to keep switching every single one. Sync captain and FOs, minimum slash baro. Off on. Let's check it out, does it? Okay, so it does it for the left and right side, but doesn't do it for the standby. That's alright. Alright, let's check out the current altimeter in Montreal. Montreal reported 58 minutes ago of a altimeter of 29075. So we'll go ahead and set that. Vibe is set. And we'll set it on the standby as well. Awesome. Alright, let's figure out how to light up down below a little bit. Alright, that's fine. We'll just do that then. Alright, like we said, final altitude will be 37,000. Awesome, that's set. Here we go, arm LNAV, I'm sorry, arm or VNAV LNAV, well, need flight directors first. VNAV's armed, LNAV, can't get it yet, that's alright. Alright, I believe we can actually start to prepare for pushback and departure. With that, I'm going to transfer over to our APU generators. Just set. We go to our fuel tank, so it looks like we got a little bit in our main, so we'll go turn on all, which they are on. Electrical number 2s and 1s can come on. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of this stuff here. Ground services, ground power unit can come off. Let's go to our doors. We can close all of our doors. Awesome, looks like all of our doors should be armed. I'm gonna go ahead and kick off the gate as well. And I believe we're ready for push and start. Let's call up GSX. Prepare for pushback and departure. Use Air Canada.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
That means we can come back up to the overhead. Let's get our APU bleed on. Numbers 1 and 2 come off.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
that is it. Let's go. Let's turn back our brightness down again. Awesome.
Locking gear.
Should pretty much be fully ready for pushback. Let's go nose left, tail to the right.
Release parking brakes, please.
And we'll release our parking brakes and start up. Parking brakes are released. Let's come up to overhead now and let's restart the right engine.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Get some chocks reset. Alright, let's go ground on the number 1 engine. Nothing? What am I doing wrong? Let's see. Aha, I believe this is going to be an auto. Now let's try that.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Let's bring it to ground. Should get something now. Hoping anyway. Uh-oh. I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Alright, we're on bleed Aviation. Fuel pumps are all on. Probes are on. Maybe packs are both supposed to be off. Let's see. There we go. Been a while since I took out the max. We should be getting a start now. Let me go ahead and introduce fuel, I do believe. There we go. Listen to that.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Sounds pretty damn good. Let's go ahead and switch
Unlocking
our next
gear.
one to ground.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
Alright, let's go ahead and introduce fuel on the number 1 engine. Should get that nice startup sound. I missed flying this bird. Alright, looks like we got a good start on the left and right engine. Let's come back to the overhead and we can switch on our generators. Packs can go auto. AP bleed can come off and on both these. So we'll switch over to our battery, which are aux battery, no battery. We'll go over to generators. Got power. APU can be switched to the opposition, and we can turn on our wing well lights as well as our taxis. I believe we're good for taxi. We have flaps 1 departures. We'll set flaps 1. Release parking brakes and start bringing our throttles up. Nice night in Montreal. max rate. Look at those lights glowing, that looks sick. Get some of our lighting turned down. Here we go. Try to get back on Centralon first. And turn down this iPad brightness as well. Let's see. Nothing in settings is weird. General. That's alright then. Love those bright lights coming off the winglets. Looks great. Look now how to turn these lights off. These are so bright. Try to do it once we get airborne. Alright, off of 2-4 left. Watch how much these engines light up here when I we got the sound. That's pretty cool. We turn off sound, landings can come on. Strobes can come off, and as well as wing lights. Awesome. Wow, it lights up real nice. Looks pretty cool. Nice. Alright folks, let's do it. Initiating takeoff power at 40%. And toga thrust. Climb. Oh, gear up. Really have to pull up on that yoke, not like the Airbuses. You're off. Look at that. Sure, the airport looks great. Cabin sounds. Never knew that. That's awesome. Alright, we'll go ahead and select autopilot 1. We'll do heading select. Go ahead and bring our flaps up as well. Look at those views. Wing flex. Alright, we'll take a direct to, we'll go direct to CYUL. And we'll insert that. LNAV is selected. Off to St. John's we go. Alright, through 10,000 feet, let's go ahead and get our landing lights to the opposition. Runway turnoffs can come off, taxi lights off, Google off, technically should be turning our wing lights off as well. I love the view with the wing lights on though. Just be able to look at that engine. It's pretty sweet. Alright, that can come off. I gotta figure out a way. Alright, let's request our wings when we get that low fuel warning. or insufficient fuel sort. Alright, we'll load our winds. And uplink is ready and then selected. Sweet. And things over in St. John's with 8.4. We'll get a more accurate number now once we get to cruise. And I'd love to know how to switch off these big lights. They lit up the whole freaking cockpit. See. Gotta be an easy way to find out how to turn those off. Now. Alright, coming up on 18,000 feet and go standard on the barrows. Which is set. It'd be really nice to know how we can turn off those big lights. Top, I wonder. Aha, this might be it. There we go. Sweet. Yeah, let's keep those off. There we go. We like that. Figure out how to turn the brightness down on this iPad. Aha, here we go. Sweet. We are off. Yeah, I must say I'm very impressed with this new iFly update. Everything seems to work great. We also should be able to turn off our center pumps. They're switched off. Seatbelt signs coming off. Awesome. Conquest Aviation, what is up, brother? Hope you're doing hope you're having a great night. How's your night going? Let me looks like the nice night lighting actually switched off. Let's see if I can change that up front. Yeah, that light's bright. Let me up here. Let's see, we got set up the zones. There we go. That looks nicer. Got a nice little galleyway lighting we got. Yeah, iFly did a great job with this update. Great job. I've been going around to different streams and trying to find someone who talks. Since I found one, what airline would you like me to ed just for you? What airliner would you like me to ed? Ed, what do you mean by that? Conquest Aviation, what do you mean by what one would you like me to ed? Appreciate it though, brother. So you pick an airliner like a 737 for example, and I find some pictures or videos and edit. Well, I live in Canada, so I'd have to go with Air Canada, but it's a hard choice. I'm a big fan of I also think I'm a bigger fan of, I don't know, it's hard. Let's do Airbus, man. Let's do Airbus. Air Canada Airbus. How about that? we'll start on. I'll be back shortly. Sounds good, brother. Looking forward to it. Alright, 1,000 feet to go until we hit cruise.
When you are seated, please keep your seatbelt fastened. Please keep infants and small children secure in their seats if there is turbulence. When opening overhead compartment doors, please take care that luggage does not fall out, as it may have shifted during takeoff and climb. Thank you.
Alright, we're gonna top of descent now in 616 nautical miles. Sounds about right. Estimated at 0352 Zulu. So let's move to line at St. John's with 8.3 on the fuel, which is great. back. You're done. You're gonna post it now. Sounds good, brother. I'll take a look at it. And to everybody, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, as it does help my, and like the videos, it does help my content reach further audiences. Appreciate everybody stopping in tonight and saying hello. But Conquest Aviation, yeah, I'll definitely take a look at it, man. Sounds good, brothers. Let me know when it's up and I'll take a look. It's posted. Alright, give me a sec. I'll go take a look, man. Let's see. Hell yeah, dude. That's super cool. I like that. You have 61 subs, by the way. Hey, brother, you got 62 now. I'll subscribe to you. Just make sure to subscribe back. That's awesome, man. I like that. No problem, brother. And I appreciate the subscribe back. Yeah, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the sub. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I like it. Big shout out to Conquest Aviation. Super cool, man. Keep going with those ads, brother. No problem, man. Do you play Flight Sim? Bryant, M9E, how long is the flight? We've been cruising for about 49 minutes now, so I'd say we got about another hour and 10 minutes till top of descent. We're expecting our top descent at 0352 Zulu. That's in 371 nautical miles. Appreciate you stopping by and checking out the stream. Hope you're having a great night. Total time the flight's about, I believe some brief gave me about an hour and 5 minutes air time, about an hour and 2 hours air time, 2 hours 15 minutes gate to gate. looking at, yeah, I would say about an hour and 10 minutes till we start our descent. Conquest Aviation, I'm going to meet you in St. John's. I'm flying there right now. No way, brother. Where are you, where are you flying from? And what aircraft? Right now I'm over there. Right now I'm over Moncton area. So I would say if you took off from probably Halifax or even Sydney, Nova Scotia, you would meet me there. Toronto A320, nice man. Are you using the Phoenix? Game crashed. Ah, no way, brother. That sucks. So we're gonna hear that. That's the worst feeling ever. You're joining the game and you're taking off from Halifax. Sounds good, man. Yeah. I am currently, I would say your best option would be to take off from Sydney. CYQY. Charlie Yankee, Quebec Yankee. So by the time you get airborne, I'd say I'll probably be over that area. It's so foggy. Where to? Let's see. You're on the ground in Halifax. Let's see. Oh yeah. It is. I'm just looking at the Halifax Metro right now. 1.5 statute amount of visibility, mist, overcast 300. Fog. Yeah, at least there's no RVR though. That's good. You got the old livery for Air Canada. Is that the toothpaste livery? The blue one? Yeah. They call that the toothpaste livery. Man, I love the blue one. The blue one is my favorite one of all time. I think I honestly still like it over the black, the new black livery. Hell yeah, dude. Nothing wrong with the old toothpaste livery. Saw one on a 787. Yeah, they were around on the 787, the 777s. I flew on the A319 version of it, and I believe that's the only aircrafts that still probably have that livery left. I believe it's the 787s, or maybe a 777. I'm not sure if they painted all their 777s yet, but I believe there's still an A320 and an A319 rocking that A332. Nice, dude. Never even knew that. Cool. Saw 747 402. What company was the 747 for? Lufthansa. Okay. I thought you were gonna say Air Canada. I was gonna say there's something I don't know. Yeah, Lufthansa got nice planes. Where do you plane spot out of? Is it Toronto? Yeah, Toronto's super sick, man. You guys get A380s and everything in there. Coming to Toronto in August on a connection down to Orlando. Flying on a Embraer to Toronto, and then on the A220 to Orlando. Yeah, I'm super hyped. Taking off. Sounds good, brother. Have a safe flight. Do you live stream, man? What's the best about nighttime flights? What's that, man? See tons of stars. Oh man, it's super sick. I can pretty much just like see the whole entire night. There's the Milky Way right there. It's honestly cool that they model that in the game, the Milky Way. And I believe if I look towards heading up north from me to my left, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that that is the North Star. I believe they model the North Star in the game. It's definitely super cool, man. Sometimes if you're flying up north, you'll see the northern lights, which is pretty cool. How did you get that 737? This is the, if you go on, it's a payword aircraft. If you search up iFly 737 MAX, it should pop up. It's a little bit on the pricier side, but it's totally worth the money. They actually released a big update today and updated a bunch of stuff, added cabin announcements. There's this new iPad now. They had like a tablet before, but it was nowhere near this good. You got all the features now that basically all the top guys got, like PMDG and Phoenix, and Navigraph, performance, charts, PA announcements, ground service, everything, man. Failures, whatever you need is there. And it works great. The team at iFly did a great job on this aircraft. You can definitely, that's so cool, yeah man, you can definitely put this aircraft up there with the Phoenix and the PMDG, up with those guys. Top quality. Cabin lighting, man, it's crazy. It looks so good. Exactly how it pretty much would be on the real 737 MAX. You can actually come up front here as well, and you can tune all that yourself. Oh, I can't see anything now, but try that again. If I come up to my overhead and turn on the where's the big burning light? I think this is it. That's not it, but there we go. If I come outside, actually change all the lighting yourself. So you got, say, set it to like sunrise, sunset, both zones. Look at that, gives it a nice, nice different color now. Nice sunrise color. It's pretty sweet, man. That's so detailed. Yeah, super detailed, man. Do I use VATSIM? I haven't used it in a while, but I should start using it more. Definitely for live streams. Then we got like cruise, I think both zones. It just gives it a nice, nice color. And night sleep. Give me just the strip going down. It's pretty sweet, man. The only one thing that I wish did work is I wish they had like the TVs light up in the cabin. It's mostly PMDG 777s can do that, but it's no big deal. Yeah, man, super realistic, great aircraft. Says Wilson's Pastor's touchdown was Tina Springs over Canada Direct. And what, do you know who the developer is of the aircraft that you're using? flying over. I'm currently getting close now to about St. Pierre. I'm just crossing over the water now. A bit over halfway across the water from Nova Scotia to Newfoundland. Looks like there's a bit of weather ahead of me on my weather radar, but should be alright. What plane are you flying? Conquest? Like, do you know the developer who made the aircraft that you're flying? Like, is it Phoenix, fly-by-wire, any builds, Latin VFR? Not fly-by-wire. Is it the default that just comes with the game? No. If you're big into Airbuses, man, and you got the money, it's worth every cent to invest in the Phoenix. A319, A320, A321. Top descent is coming up here very short. 44 nautical miles, I guess I can go ahead and start the St. John should be good runway. Descent down to about 3,000 for a mile long. So I'll go ahead and set 3,000 in the box. Don't remember, I will check after once I land, I might get the Phoenix. Dude, the Phoenix is so worth it. Worth every cent. I'd say it's definitely, in my opinion, I'd say Phoenix is probably the best developer, in my opinion, right now for Flight Simulator, aircraft-wise, definitely. In terms of simulation, realism, all that, definitely. In my opinion, I think they're one, not by much, but they're a little tiny bit ahead of PMBG. So I'll tell you how good they are. They'll take my word for it. Yeah, man, just watch a bunch of reviews on YouTube. I got top descent here in about 25 miles. Have you ever flown a transatlantic flight? One time, and it was on that Air Canada A319 toothpaste livery from St. John's to London Heathrow. That flight is now discontinued, but it was the only A319 that in Air Canada's fleet that flew transatlantic. I'd say it was honestly probably one of the only A319s that is ETOP certified, actually. Flown a 777 from Amsterdam to Toronto. That's super cool, man. I always wanted to go on a 777. I haven't been on a 777 yet. I've been on the Dreamliner. That was from Las Vegas to Toronto. But I've never to be on a 777. Alright, we just started our top descent here down into St. John's.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be landing soon. Please fasten your seatbelt, return your seat back and table to the upright position, and make sure the window shade is open. All electronic devices must now be switched off. For your safety, please make sure all of your carry-on luggage is in the overhead compartment or under the seat in front of you. Do not open the overhead compartment doors during landing and taxiing. We will dim the cabin light shortly. Please turn on your reading light if you desire to keep reading. Thank you.
Yeah, the PA system is pretty good. I'll be honest with you though, not as good as Phoenix. Phoenix, you can add your own custom PA announcement sounds. So I actually had like the real Air Canada takeoff, landing, pushback, briefing, safety briefing, and it's all from like an actual recorded Air Canada flight attendant. And man, that sounds insane. But yeah, they only just updated this today with the PA system, and it sounds pretty good though. Now I gotta figure out here why my technically that pink little glide path should be in the middle. But it's still saying that if we go to our plan, it should still plan us to have us at a mile at 3,000 hopefully. I don't know if I'm gonna have to manually capture that again. VNAV is selected. Weird. Might try to. Turn off VNAV. See if I can recapture that VNAV. Imagine flying a 737 for Southwest and having that one flight attendant wrapping the safety on board. Oh, yeah, brother, that would be crazy. I think I definitely did see that video. I know what you're talking about. Descent over a beam scope. I think that's what it's called, their merit stand. That would be awesome. That'd be super cool. I feel like it'd be weird at the same time. Elevation's already set to 450, which is accurate. St. John's elevation's about 460 something, I believe. Let VNAV do its thing and see what happens. I think it's because we're on the arrival and we have a altitude restriction at Tigor. 181. Yeah, that would make sense. This is my first time actually getting to have a chat with someone who's live streaming. Runway 34, that's a shorter one. That's right, man, that's a shorter one. winds are favoring that direction. Use online or air traffic. I'm using FSTL. And I got a Navigraph subscription, so it's actually using real traffic from Flight Radar 24. Normally we would see Cape Spear if it weren't for that pesky low ceiling at night, of course. Yeah. Well, luckily, if the weather was bad, I would most likely just go land on runway 29er. But right now, based off the current MEDTAR, it's VFR weather, so should be all right. Yeah, man, Navigraph's great. I have 30 minutes left, sadly, so I might not see you. Yeah, I might not, man. See how it goes. Shaved off 3 minutes already. Yeah, man, there's awesome, awesome tailwind tonight, so. Started speeding up. Go for it, man. Alright, through 18,000, we set our barrow. And it's going to be 299.6. That's set on the right, left, and we also set it center. What you set? Sort of make out the lights in front of you. I'm going to open up the recorder to be able to get playbacks on the approach. Fog City, you got it, buddy. The Rock. Pretty impressive. We can see lights, honestly. Every other day you're doing a Cat 3i lesson here. So bad. There's sometimes you got a good tonight. Oh, trust me, man, I know. I fly into here in real life all the time. Gander weather's not saying the same tonight, but St. John's is for once. Usually it's the other way around. You got 24 minutes left. Should I start descending? What altitude are you at? Yeah, you can start descending now. I say give yourself about a 1500 minute percent, about a 1500 minute descent rate, and that should set you up pretty good. just adjust on the fly. See runway 16 coming into view there. Try to do is I'm going to try to actually vector myself into this approach. Should set us up a little bit better. So about 130 would be good. Be able to take it in visual. See light, good stuff, man. Bell Island here, and Conception Bay right below us. Yes, sir. It indeed is. Got to point simulation. We could actually point out the landmarks that we're flying over. And not even in the daytime, this is nighttime. We're gonna go vertical speed. Plan for a break 3 landing. Got some spring brakes. Once again, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and like the video. This does help my future content reach further audiences. set our night sleep lights on. Tone down the cabin a little bit. There we go. Go till 3,000. Can you see? Yeah, man. Just we're facing the ocean right now. Alright, we'll go. Let's put us on a heading of 070 should do it. Go ahead and arm our speed brakes. Airspeed back now to about 200 knots. And we'll introduce flaps 1. As well as flaps 2. Now we'll take direct Verbian and execute that. Select LNAV and VNAV again. Awesome, on brake set. I'll go ahead and start this recorder too. Awesome. Should get the fuel in sight here in a second. See the runway just up ahead there. Says speed brakes are armed, auto brake is selected to 3. Max reversers. Right by Signal Hill, you got it. We're gonna come right over downtown. Get on the final approach course, you'll see we'll shoot right over left side of the wind, will be downtown. Yeah, I gotta turn off these probes. Blind me. I'll stop talking and I'll shoot this approach.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready for landing. Please double check your seatbelt is secured fastened and keep your electronic devices switched off. Thank you.
Let's get our landing lights off. Runway turnoffs can come off. Tax lights can stay on. Strobes can come to steady. And wing lights can also come off. We can also go ahead and fire up the APU. Flaps are fully retracted. Traffic here tonight. Coming on to base approach, sounds good, brother. And we'll go ahead and take gate number 3. Taxi lights can come off. Pause it there. Come down below, turn on our parking brake. Now, before we stop, let's get a few shots of our landing. the same runway. Sounds good, brother. I was looking at the replays there. Alright, let's go back to the gates. Close that up. Let's go back into the cockpit. Those are up, flaps are up. Brake is set. Yeah, AP please go transfer. And we shut down number 1 and number 2.
Flight attendants, disarm and cross-check cabin doors.
Welcome to St. John's. Seatbelt signs are off. And we go ahead, turn off fuel pumps. Turn off IRSs. Window heat's coming off. Electrical. Beacon. And I think that is it. Let's switch over to GSX. Customize airport positions. All airports, we can select disable staircase, conveyor belt, apply, and we will request boarding.
The boarding requested.
Good luck on the landing, brother.
Passengers, the boarding started.
Love how the scenery has seagulls. Ultra realistic, man. So 2-8, you would be coming from down over here. You can even hear them. Once again, guys, if you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, as it does help me a lot. Appreciate everybody tuning in for the stream tonight. And I'm gonna fly again tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Maybe we'll do the return and go back to Montreal. I'd like to fly into Fort Lauderdale again, so may do that as well. Conquest Aviation, welcome to St. John's, brother. And I will leave the stream running for the deboarding. Once again, thank you for joining, and please hit that subscribe button and like the video. Have a great night, brother. Andrew, have a good night. And Conquest, hope you have a good night too. Subscribe so you guys can catch me on the next one. Peace out.